Zara's heart. Zara's chest tightened. How could she explain that Daddy wasn't really Daddy, and that the man Lily called father was the same man who had turned their home into a nightmare? For 3 years, Zara had lived with Derek, believing his promises that he would change. The suitcase exploded open like a bomb going off. Clothes, diapers, toys, and baby bottles scattered across the shiny airport floor as two people crashed into each other with a force that sent them both stumbling. A little girl's cry pierced through the noise of the busy airport as her mother hit the ground hard, her hands shaking as she desperately tried to gather their belongings. "Mommy!" the 3-year-old wailed, her tiny arms reaching out. The man who had collided with them stood frozen, his expensive suit wrinkled, his perfectly styled hair now messy. His phone lay cracked on the floor beside a pink stuffed elephant. For a moment, time seemed to stop as their eyes met, his filled with shock, hers with pure terror. But this wasn't just any ordinary accident. 3 hours earlier, Marcus Wellington III adjusted his diamond cufflinks for the 3rd time as his black limousine pulled up to the private jet terminal. At 28, he was worth more money than most people could count, but his heart felt emptier than his bank account was full. Another business meeting, another city, another fake smile, he muttered to himself, checking his solid gold watch. His flight to Dubai was in 30 minutes, and this deal would make him even richer. Not that it mattered anymore. Marcus had everything money could buy: mansions, cars, yachts, and jets. But he had learned a painful lesson over the years. Every woman who claimed to love him only loved his wallet. The last one, Rebecca, had been the worst. She had pretended to care for 6 months, even talked about marriage, before he caught her selling stories about him to magazines and planning to take half his fortune. Never again, he had promised himself. My heart is closed for business. As he walked through the airport, people stared and whispered. Some took secret photos. Being one of the youngest billionaires in the world meant privacy was a luxury even his money couldn't always buy. Meanwhile, across town, Zara Johnson's hands trembled as she threw the last of her daughter's clothes into an old suitcase. Her lip was still swollen from yesterday's beating, and purple bruises covered her arms like ugly paintings she couldn't wash off. "Lily, baby, we need to go now," she whispered to her 3-year-old daughter, who was playing with her worn teddy bear on the bed. "But Daddy said he'd take me to the park," Lily said with innocent eyes that broke Zara's heart. Zara's chest tightened. How could she explain that Daddy wasn't really Daddy, and that the man Lily called father was the same man who had turned their home into a nightmare? For 3 years, Zara had lived with Derek, believing his promises that he would change. He had seemed so different when they first met. Charming, funny, protective. But after Lily was born, something dark had awakened in him. The drinking got worse. The hitting started. The cruel words became daily torture.